friends, one of the best way to reach the state of meditation is to start with your breath. Because live without water for a week, we can live without food months or 4 months. But we cannot live without breath even for 5 minutes. With the yogic practice, you can live without breath at the most. Breath is a very, very important. Who knows how to remain in touch is able life as she or he wants to manage. Breath is a very, very powerful energy in our body, in our life. We know the value of money, position, post. For these things, we are burning breath without any. So, a person who realizes the value of the breath does not waste breath on useless things. He will give priority. That is the one thing one have to know. Priority, it is called prioritizing. The secret of life is to, it may be in business, life, it may be in relationship, or it may be in decision. When you have so many choices, but people or she, they go with the flow. But nowadays it is in a vogue. You will end up in. So each expression has double meaning. Go with the flow, but at the same time prioritize. You give a full attention. Important in your life. The moment you are paying attention, not wasting your time on useful thing. Now you have focus, you know. And the people who know how to manage their life, they have watch in their hand, but at the in their hand. And I have seen many big people, entrepreneurs, leaders, they are full of activity. But when you ask, I have time. Because they will find time whenever but those who are idle people, they waste time and they don't have time. I have no time. You think he is a busy fellow, but not busy, but lousy. Because Why don't you have time? Time is, and you are managing time because you don't have time. So, how much time you see on useless thing, useless talk, useless relation, and when you need time, you don't have. And I know one leading businessman, and he was, and when he will have the meeting of the all, and he was on many companies boards, but he says the board meeting will be only for 45 minutes, 48 minutes. Make decision, okay, that you be ready, prepare, and condense your statement. And he will get up. So everybody knew that whatsoever we have to go around, go to the point. When they talk about all the past and they spoil the present moment for what they have. In that moment, okay, please can you do that way? Bring the past. Okay, what you have done in the past. And we spoil the mood of the person. Just talk in this. Can you think about how can we work out? That's all. In present, don't pull the past and don't fly into the future. And in relationship, it will be very smooth. This way, prioritize. So, first we have to prioritize our. This is the thing I am not going to do anything. I use it. So then, along with that, the art of silence also, you know, how to speak, when to speak, how much to speak. These people who know the breath, they always succeed in life. So here, then what happens with the breath, we are able to focus our mind. The mind is always running around, subject to subject. Bring the mind at home. Bring home is to go along with the breath. And two things will happen. Means physically, but mentally you are alert. So posture you see. In a Padmasana, lotus fold, the person sit like a pyramid. And pyramid, and then slowly the head is on the top. So of the pyramid is when you are sitting in the lotus. Body is completely relaxed. And when your mind is alert, body has a tension and not relaxed, that time is not alert because the mind goes here and there. And I have noticed that way. I knew one businessman, he was very successful, but he his food. He would go for lunch. And if his wife or the servant or cook will be late, this is the one thing, whatsoever you have, give me. I need my lunch. One day, it was 2:30, and he did not come home. and it was lunch for him and all delicious food was prepared. And he knew in the morning that I have very delicious lunch today. But on that day he did not come till 2:30. And 2:30 on his business, he went home and oh my God, I am hungry, and he rushed and at 2:30 said, bring the lunch, and he ate. So his wife said, wait a minute, we have to warm it up. He said, no, whatsoever you serve. So in a hurry, you are late already an hour, in 5 minutes what is going? No, I can't. So there was, and instead of having peace and lunch, they had a little bit quarrel. The story came to me because this sometime come and say, how he is impatient and please he comes to you, you tell him to be little patient. So his wife cannot complain anywhere, so she would come. To me, it will be filtered. Ask him, okay, what is just I wanted to ask, what was that you generally come by 12 o'clock? He said, I become so hungry. I don't know, my hunger is very 12 o'clock. I need something. I see the fire in my tummy. But I heard on that day you came, the other day you came 2:30. Okay, yes, I know, but because we have a business of the cloth merchant and his wedding dresses particularly. So one rich family came to have a wedding dress. And they were selecting, taking, and they were so rich. And a wedding dress was the costliest in my shop, and I wanted to sell it. So my whole attention was there, and I became advanced in selling, and by 2:30 the business ended. I made the bill, I collected money, and when they went, then I remembered, oh my God, I am hungry, I have not gone. So I said, this is attention. How your body is acting, how your body is working, that you have to know. Your mind is there, the body is responding to that state. So if you know how to cultivate your mind, you are able to your body. Because this person had interest in making money, selling the wedding dress, found a very rich person, and his attention was focused. Meditation means focus. Focus on what you want to do, and other things, meaningless, useless things will not distract you or disturb you. That person was focusing on the selling wedding dress. So other things did not interfere. And this is the whole thing, you know. Sometimes you are not ready to sit even for 1 hour, but if you go to a movie or any concert, or it is so pleasing, so for 3 hours you sit and you don't feel the pain of sitting 3 hours in a chair. Because you forget, the body is sitting and you come happily. What happened to your pain? Otherwise you will not sit even for 1 hour. So the attention, focus, it has a very important thing. And if we can learn this thing, we are able to manage the thing, and at the same time we will do one at a time, and the work will be very clear and complete and excellent. And if we do haphazard, One person say, I can pay attention to three things at a time. So I say, all three are imperfect. Yes. Do one thing, but the excellent. It is not how much you create. If you create one piece of art in your whole life, that is enough. Somebody sees Mona Lisa, a picture. How many paintings he had done, we don't know. But that one picture made him immortal. So, don't go with the quantity, just go with the quality. Live the qualitative life. And one has to make a decision in life. I want to have a qualitative life in my business, in my relation, in my wedding, in my marriage, in my living. And this way, when you pay attention to that quality, you know how to filter out other things which are not necessary. Let them go. But the people who do not know, they go on wasting their time on useless, trivial things, just small things. And they are called hyper. Hyper people do three things at a time, and nothing is perfect. So the people who are hyper, and their language also, I call it popcorn consciousness, When they talk, word come, they don't know what they are talking. And they say, oh, I should have not spoken like that. Oh, what a stupid of me. They blame and call themselves stupid. But who was commanding you, telling you to speak so fast? You should have thought. Each word portrays you. You don't know the world does not know you at all. You are a stranger. We are, each one in this world is a stranger. But what we speak, what we see, what we do, that builds the relationship. Don't think people may loves me, so, oh, no, you are a stranger. But you know certain way you spoke, so they love you. But if you have spoken other way, they would have not loved you. I tell one story. There was a rich man who had a very handsome son. Very handsome. But mentally, he was very slow. Not completely mentally retarded, but he could not read. He could not remember. But people saw him very elegant, very fine, and very rich. And many people were thinking, oh, if we can get this boy as our son-in-law, it will be good, who had daughters, in India particularly. They have arranged marriage. And all parents worry more about the son-in-law than the girl worries about her partner. That way, they have to make a decision. They don't let go anything other. No, we are. But it was a time the people tolerated. Now, this man, the boy, round about 26 and handsome, and everybody was, but father knew that to bring anybody, and when they talk to him, it will be useless and people will be disappointed. But one person insisted that my daughter, I have such a sweet daughter, but I want to give to your son, and so all right, you come. So one day come. That day his father told that, please sit in the sofa, take the book, go on changing page, don't talk. Yes, don't talk. So he sat in the sofa, handsome fellow, good dress, and the man, the father of the girl with his 2-3 friends, he came and they entered and saw everything. Oh, everybody said, wow, my God, wonderful boy. This is number one. And they were about to make a decision and say, well, we agree. We are here, and they exchange a coconut in India when they want to make a betrothal. They exchange a coconut. When they were about to, then this boy, when he was turning the pages, he said, all the printed pages I have done, now there are all, some blank pages are coming. What shall I do, Daddy? Because they say, you go on changing pages and go on as though you are reading. So he read everything. His eye was running on the pages which were all printed. So all the printed, but there were some blank pages in the end, 2 to 3 blank pages. So he asked us, what can I do? I have turned all the printed pages, but now the blank pages are there. But these people say, what he talking? They understood that he is dumb. Only he was turning the pages, he did not read, but it was a show. And they got up. Okay, no, we don't want. What happened? It is called a person who is portraying with one's own word. So far, the people did not know him till he spoke. Okay, what can I do with the blank pages? And he portrayed that he was dumb. Nobody told that he was dumb. Words portrayed him that he was dumb. If we know that, what to talk, when to talk, why to talk, and how much to talk, it will save energy. We will be successful. We will be happy. And we will say what result I want in the world, I can bring with my words, with my expression, with my living. So one has to learn this whole art of, so Bhagavan Mahavir says, don't waste our time on sitting on, God will help you, and go on prayer. The same prayer you are repeating for 30 years, you become like a parrot. They repeat, but no change. And the change, if there is no change, what is the meaning of repeating the same prayer? But you pay attention to one word, what you say. That becomes a prayer. Not the word which are written by somebody, the word which is coming from your consciousness, from your feeling. And that is the main thing. Do these words come from your feeling? Or you have learned like a parrot. So many people go on praying, but they don't know what they are doing, and the another part of their body is doing other things. Attention to what you do is a prayer. Life is a prayer. What you do, what you see, what you speak. It is difficult, but not impossible. If we pay little attention, slowly, we can gradually build this state. It is possible. So the meditation is a state in which we reach in a way, it is a stage and a state, both. Somebody asked me, what is meditation? I say it is both. It is a state as well as a stage. Stage by stage, you reach a state. Step by step, you reach the top floor. And you create the stage. And from there you see more. So a person, stage by stage, who reaches the seventh center, we call in a mystical way, Sahasrara. The person who reaches the seventh top floor is able to see more from there. Life appears more because you have a better view. You can compare that with a building which has a seventh floor. Somebody is seeing from the first floor, the view is limited. When you go on the second floor, little bit it widens. Then you go on a third floor, you give more. But when you go on the seventh floor, from there your panoramic view is very vast. You can see more and more things. You can see water, you can see sky, you can see tree, because you have vastness. So the people who are on a first stage, what they see, then a person who is on the seventh stage sees more. And to see more in life is the height of meditation. You don't see it is just a body, just a human form. You don't see it is going to die and everything show will be over. No, you can't see that. Because you are on the first floor or second floor or third floor. And the person who is on the second or third or first floor sees a death of a caterpillar. But a person who is on the seventh stage sees a birth of a butterfly. So the person who is the first or third stage says, oh, the caterpillar died, gone. But a person who is on seventh stage, he says, it is flying butterfly, colorful, it has come. Death of something is birth of something. The moment you know there is an entrance, you don't bother about the exit. Because exit indicates somewhere is entrance. And this is the insight of our life. We don't see life as a graveyard. Longfellow, Wordsworth, he wrote a beautiful poem which I love very much. The name of the poem is Psalm of Life. And Wordsworth, you have read his literature, you know more than I know, because you are brought up here. So the Longfellow Wordsworth, the Psalm of Life, he starts with that. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. He said, don't tell mournfully, sadly, that life is but an empty dream. Tell me not in the mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. Life is real. Life is real. And grave is not its goal. Don't think that grave is our end, it is goal. Tell me not in mournful number. Life is but an empty dream. Life is real and grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, and dust returnest was not spoken of the soul. Don't tell that you are born from the dust, dust thou art, and dust returnest, you will go back to the graveyard. It is not spoken of the soul. It is not about the soul. It is about the body. It is about the caterpillar. But you know that life is real, like a butterfly. And you are not seeing death, you see a new birth. And the people who really are enlightened, they feel and see, even in cold winter, invincible summer in their heart. Even in winter, they know there is invincible summer, invincible spring is there. Though they are surrounded with winter, you are surrounded with difficulty, age, death, everything is there. You cannot avoid. If you want to worry, it is your gift. You can worry. It is your freedom. If you want to worry about, there are so many ways to worry. Now you don't have money. After that, you don't have the beautiful skin. Then you don't have the energy to move. Then you don't have the black or gray hair come. And then what you don't have, you think and you can make a mess of yourself. This is the part of life. It is going to come. Don't pay attention. It is a part of life. What is happening? But you see something lofty in you. You envision that whatsoever I do, it has accumulated compound interest and result. You have not lived for nothing. You invested love, service. Do something. You are doing. That is your spiritual bank. Invest something in it. So in the end, your heart pleases. You may not have money in the bank, but you will not go hungry. America is the one country or some developing country among them, developed country. And in developed countries, the people get up hungry, but they don't go to sleep hungry. In many developing countries, they get up hungry and even they go to bed also hungry. But those developed countries, like America, you get up, but social security, unemployment, something you get, you will not starve with the bread and butter. So one day I asked a bum, why you are worrying, you don't, I say, who wants to worry? I don't care, I don't want to do job. I say, why? Because in the end, I am going to go get some food. I get the homeless people, they serve the bread, the food. So just now we were driving and I asked one day Peter, okay, why these people are all standing near the, where did we see Peter?
By the FDR Drive, that was the First Avenue.
First Avenue.
There was a food truck.
They come with the trucks from government. And all the homeless people, they come and they take. And in the evening, they have not to rent up anything. They go and sleep. They enjoy everything. I think they are not so much worried as our big executives are worried about the whole business. And they say, who want to have this thing? We get bread and butter. We have somewhere a pillow to rest our head, and we are happy. So what I mean is, I don't ask you to be a bum. What? So it is how much you pay attention for accumulating money. You are unnecessarily unhappy. You will get, don't worry. But because of the worry, you will not get. Worry is cloud. It will make you worthless. Anybody who worries ultimately ends up being worthless. It leads you to that useless, like, I can't do. Don't worry. Always you say, it is calm, I am alive, that is thing, I am living now, what is it? I am getting bread butter, what a big thing. So don't live for money. Don't live for position. Don't live for job. Don't live for a big house or yacht. Live for life. I am alive. And as long as you are alive and you feel your life, when you breathe and say, I am breathing, I am alive. Yes, I am alive. And you celebrate being alive. Live by the day. Every day you get up and focus yourself. Don't allow the day to go without being happy, without being joyful, without celebrating. Because we don't know tomorrow. This day, why you count for your birthday, how many candles you have on your birthday. Count how many times you have touched yourself and touched somebody. That you have to count. Not candle, but the touch. And to touch is in our hand. Only we have to change ourselves. And I found it is not difficult to change the world. But the most thing is to change oneself. All the successful people like Alexander the Great or Napoleon or all the people were there to change the world. But they were very poor to change themselves. Many presidents I saw successful presidents, but their last days I see they were miserable. They change the world. They get the position and name everything in the world, but in the end, when they have to be with them, they are not with them because they have used and burnt all their energy on outside. Now they don't have energy for themselves. So they feel empty. I know 2 or 3 presidents, you must be also read the book. There was a president who, his term was over, and when he was not living happily with himself. So every night he would invite 10 to 15 people from the town to be on the dinner table. Or with his own expense he will invite people because he used to live always with the people surrounded. And when you are no more president, people don't care for you. Then you care for people to invite them and feed them and feel good. Yes, I am not alone. Many people are not able to stand themselves alone. They can't stand. They want something. It is outside oriented. We can't sit quietly. Why? We are bored with ourselves. Have peace. Take deep breath. You will see the person comes from the office. Home is rest. Home is peace. Home is a place where can be your own self. But they come with all the thoughts from the office, a big file. And in their tension, they speak out something, they spoil the mood of the people who are waiting for this fellow. And then he start TV, or the TV start. But you have come from the office, just sit for a while, talk to people who are waiting for you. Children, no, he start TV. Then after that, then he sit for dinner. Then again he had no time to see the news, so he stays at the paper and then holds the paper. He does not see people. And children go to bed, and he says, my son is drug addict. He is going. But what have you given to your children? What love? What time? What you have given? So, you see how we spoil our life, not sharing life. Meditation is not only for the people who are living in the mountain. It is for the executive and for the people who want to live a life healthy, wealthy, and peaceful. Yes, it is very powerful. So, meditation is to learn how to be little bit relaxed, not be hypersensitive. Don't talk out what comes in your head. Please filter it. Strain it with thoughts. The words should be strained with a thought. In Hindi, we say, ध्यान से भाषा का स्नान कराओ. भाषा का स्नान कराओ. You give a bath to your language with dhyan, with meditation. So your language is fresh with the bath. It comes from your thoughts, thinking. So, my dear friend, the meditation is a state, but you reach that state gradually, slowly, stage by stage. And from there you have a panoramic view to see your life. And gently and slowly you see more from that height. Because you are on the top floor, you can see more open sky, penthouse, you are seeing everything from there. You see potentiality in you. You have the power to create peace in you. You have love to share with somebody. And you have life to experience the eternity of life. And those people who understand this meditation with this awareness, they don't see a death of a caterpillar, but they see a birth of a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. See something. And I am sure we are all fortunate that we see that. And that is why we are here. Don't worry about the number, but how many interested, sincere seekers are here who are working for this purpose for so many years. That is their gift. That is the real gift which is lasting. So let us now just see from that height the beautiful immortality of consciousness, the experience being alive. सर्वजगत परहित निरता भवन्तु भूतगणा दोषाप्रयान्तु नाशम् सर्वत्र सुखी भवन्तु लोका। Let this universe be blessed. Let everyone be engaged in one another's well-being. Let all the faults and weaknesses be evaporated and be vanished. Let everyone, everywhere, be healthy, happy, peaceful and peaceful. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.